same time, she was able to cast spells and astral project out of her body. She knows many secrets of the enemy, and today she's going to reveal a few of them. Julie, thank you so much for being on today.
Hi, Jennifer. Thank you so much for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Julie, could you tell us how you started? Tell us about and you being a fifth generational witch. So could we start with your great grandmother or your great great grandmother?
Yeah. So I am really from Colombia, a place in South America and country in South America. Moved to Spain when I was around 6, 7 years. So my great grandmother, she was the one that raised my grandmother, my mom, and me. So yeah, since a really young age, I started to be trained to be a witch. At the age of 12, I was have different people training me, and then my great grandmother, she never called herself a witch, but she used to do abortions, healings on people. She used to also be a medium, and recently we found out that she actually did exorcism on people, which we are trying to understand. But it's quite curious now because my mom and me now move in deliverance, so no know that she was doing that. So we are actually trying to and that what she was doing there. So
So when you said healing, I remember you mentioning to me earlier that the many gifts that God gives us, the enemy tries to take them and use them for his purposes. So explain the type of healings that you said. So how is that?
so for example, if people have like fractures, bones issues, even like babies, if they had like diarrhea, stomach pain, things like this, people will go to her, and she used to kind of like pray for them, because I believe that she used to move in white magic, but at the same time probably black magic too. So white magic is when you like help people and you don't harm people. So she used to do that, but obviously that it's not guided by the Holy Spirit, is witchcraft. So we believe that healing and doing all these things, but a different spirit that is not the Holy Spirit.
Mm. So when she would heal, was there an alternative motive in the spiritual side? So was that person healed, but then something else happened to them
Yeah,
that
so
wasn't?
normally, yeah, so normally when people go to these places to get healed, or even to know about their future, or even to speak to their people, to the family that die, what happens is that they are opening a portal, so they might receive healing, but that's not a real healing. That is a fake healing, because something worse can come because of that. And I have seen a lot of people that actually they go to these healers or shamans, like to get healed, and what happens is that after that they get like a different illness. That not the real power, that is fake. So it's giving you something, but at the same time it's also taking something from you. So that's how witchcraft and the occultism work. They give you something, but you your life, your family, illnesses, poverty. So it's never free, and that's why it's one of the reasons why it's so dangerous.
Tell us about when you were, I think, 2 years old. You remember your grandmother placing you in a circle of fire. Could you elaborate on that one?
Yeah, so I was really young. Some people don't understand how I remember those things, but I remember certain things that happened when I was really young. Like they are really strong experiences, and one of them, I remember I was around 2 years, and my great grandmother took me to a place, and there was another man in there, and I remember they put me inside a ring of fire, and they started to do something with plants. I believe that it was probably initiation by that point, because from that point I started to have really strong encounters with the enemy, with the spiritual world in general. So I believe that was probably what happened that day.
So that was probably the inception of your your start. So, what happened when you were 4 years old? You mentioned when you were 4 years old, someone came into your room while you were laying with your mother. What happened?
So, yeah, as I mentioned previously to you, I don't think I told you that um, as I was initiating in the occultism, she was in the and she used to take me to this church. Obviously, my great grandmother used to argue with her because she didn't want me to go to this place. But I remember my aunt used to take me to this church, and I remember going to Bible. I remember people praying for her, and she falling. So I used to see that there was something there, but obviously at the same I was witchcraft, all these occultism, this demon, these experiences. So I remember with my mom, and she fell asleep quite quick, but I know I was dreaming. I know that that wasn't a vision, that was real. And I hear this evil thing coming inside the room, walking like that type of sound. And then as soon as he entered the room, suddenly the atmosphere in the room completely changed and it just became dark. And this evil thing started to speak in tongues, and at the same time he was singing, and I hear like an instrument, like I don't know if it was a guitar or what it was, but it was like singing in tongues, and it was like releasing something into the atmosphere that night. So obviously I was petrified in like there. I was trying to call my mom, but she wasn't responding. And then this thing came, pull up the blood, to touch my legs, my knees, and my feet. And his hands were really hot. So I think after that, I think I passed out, I just sleep. I don't know what happened. Because so strong that I think I couldn't take it. And the next day I wake up and I was literally traumatized. My mom said that I was that I was getting crazy because I keep saying the Satan was here, Satan was here. I'm hearing something like is here. So it was like such a strong experience for me that even now all my folks that oh Julie saw Satan when she was only 4 or 5, and that is the fact that I had an encounter with the enemy. And I remember the next day when I wake up and I was doing my hair, and I was looking myself in the mirror, and suddenly I saw fire coming out of my eyes. So literally that day, acting crazy, what's going on? I was really young. I couldn't understand all of these experiences. So I saw literally the fire out of my eyes, and I started to scream, "Mommy!" So it was so traumatic. But when I became Christian, I dream, and in the dream, I was trying to chase Jesus. He was walking in the middle of the street, and I was telling him, "Jesus, wait for me, wait for me." And he kept calling me, "Come on, come on." And he started to go up some stairs. So as I was running, reached the top, he suddenly turned around, and his face became like a lion covered in fire, and he jumping me, and I saw his eyes like fire. And then the Holy Spirit told me that the encounter that I had when I was young with the fire in my eyes, that I was experiencing two things: darkness because of the occultism, but also I was having these experiences with heaven because my aunt was taking me to this place and she was already consecrating me. So it's just like a mix of these two, darkness and light trying to come, and it was just really intense, but at the same time I understand what I was trying to.
So that's a perfect example of spirit for the divine, and your grandmother was kind of warring for the occult. So I remember you mentioning that in you said that you had all these experiences. Well, when you were younger, you even had multiple experiences with angels. Could you elaborate on that one too?
Yeah, so it was also around the same time when all of this was happening. It was like the enemy trying to kill me, but at the same time God was sending his angels to protect me. And I have different experiences before I moved to Spain. And one of them was once when I went to the shop to buy something. Yeah, and I was probably by that point like 6. And I went to the shop to buy something. And as I was trying to cross, I couldn't see if it was like a car coming. And all I felt was a huge van that hit me, but I didn't feel that it hit me. I felt that I was pulled back like that, and then I felt like the wheels of the car were lifting, and I only got a scratch here on my foot. So it didn't do anything else to me, just here a little injury. But everyone thought that I was dead, because imagine a tiny, skinny 6-year old, and then this huge hit me. But I didn't feel anything. I felt like someone pulled me back, and I felt the wheels of the van just being lifted. And that was the first one. And the second one was when I was at my farm, and I used to love horses since a really young age. I used to ride horses and go and for a ride. And that day, I remember I was with my godfather, and he was riding the horse. I was at the back, and we were going up a mountain. So there was all mud, stones, everything. And I was like falling, and I keep grabbing myself to him. But I like it was so like that I was just falling. And suddenly I felt hands that took me from here, lift me, and put me on the ground. And it reminded me of the Bible verse that says, and he took me out and he put me on solid ground. And it just keep reminding me of that. And I know that that day, if I could fall, I would have probably died, because the stones, mud, and it was quite high, quite deep. So I know that I could have died, but I felt literally someone growing. I know that the Lord was also protecting me from that.
So tell me about when you got a little bit older, your mother began teaching you witchcraft, but from the white witch standpoint, or you were trained by a white witch. Is that correct?
Yes. So my mom. So then we moved to Spain after that, and wherever we used to go, my mom used to, or we used to attract all of these witches that they used to just come out of nowhere. And every time that they used to come in the house and they used to see me, they used to say like, "Oh, she has something. Your daughter has a gift." But I knew that I used to see dreams and they would become real. I knew that when I used to release words, things used to happen. So I knew that there was something in me that it was kind of like powerful, but I didn't know how to control it. And I remember before this white witch came in the house, I had a dream, and the next day when I put the news, it was exactly what I saw in the dream, that it was some trains exploding in Spain. And the next day in the morning, there was like a kind of like terror attack on the trains in Madrid. And I remember I started to panic. That was the first time that I experienced something so strong. And I was like kind of like crying and with anxiety, because I knew that I have this, but how do I control this? What happened? And that was when my mom introduced me to her friend witch, so white witches or white magic. They say that they are not evil, because they are not hurting people. They are just using all this white magic to help people, to for the universe, nature. So she started to train me to change my dreams. So every time that I used to have a bad dream, she used to kind of like help me. Okay, you have the power to control your dreams. You have the power in your mouth. So even witches understand the authority and the power in your words. So the power of the declaration. So she started to train me to those things with candles, white candles, the power of attraction, and how to read white candles for know the future or things like this, or even if you wanted to bring someone to you with a white candle. So she started to teach me all of these things. And I just thought like, wow, like I feel like I'm finding my place now, because now I know that I am different. I am, but I know that I also have this power that I need to train. And she was the first one that kind of like started to guide me and help me in that.
Wow. So when you say that witches basically, well, this witch right here, you said that she's doing something good. Do witches usually believe that what they're doing is a good thing?
Yeah. That's why they don't think occultism and witchcraft is bad, because why witches think that, you know, I'm not hurting anyone, so I'm just loving everyone, loving animals, loving nature, and just, connecting myself to the universe. I'm just not doing anything. But the my question is, who is guiding your experience? Which spirit is guiding the experience? Because if you are doing something that is not guided spirit, it automatically becomes witchcraft. So it doesn't matter, not hurting anyone, a different power. You are using a different spirit that is not the Holy Spirit to do these things. So it automatically becomes witchcraft, and sin produces death.
A
So you
different
are automatically opening a
power.
portal for all of
Then
these
the
things
Holy
that come.
Spirit is
Therefore,
the
the practice
power
of
that is
witchcraft.
without
So my
your
thing for all of
spirit
people
controlling it.
meditating new age that they think that harmful. Well, who is your spirit guide? Who is guiding? Because is the Holy Spirit. But crystals that you are using sage to get rid of all these dark demons and all these things. If you are using that and you are a Christian, you are in danger, because the Holy Spirit doesn't need help. The Holy Spirit doesn't need sage for get rid of demons. The Holy Spirit doesn't need for protection. The Holy Spirit is our source, and we should be going to Him, nothing else. So everything out of the Holy Spirit becomes witchcraft. Even every prophetic act, if doing prophetic acts not guided by the Holy Spirit, that also becomes witchcraft, because there is a really thin line between the prophetic witchcraft, and this is what people don't understand. That sometimes we think we are being prophetic, but we don't that be crossing the line and actually doing witchcraft. So that's why I believe that in this season, the Lord is exposing so many churches and so many people that are confusing the people, the children of God. And this is the time for the church to be cleansed of all these things.
Julie, so I actually recently saw a video of you speaking on people who prophesy from their own emotions rather from God. Could you touch on that one?
So I was trying to why I believe that deliverance and the prophetic and prophecy goes together, because we see nowadays so many prophets and so many prophetic people prophesying from their own filter, and when they prophesy, they are just prophesying rejection, destruction, and we are releasing those things for people and for nations, so they are actually hurting people. So that's why I believe that deliverance has to go together with prophecy and the prophetic, because if someone has a really deep root of rejection and they haven't been delivered and set free from that, when they prophesy, they are going to prophesy from that rejection, from that filter of rejection. So they are right there release words of pain. And then because it says that, that the double sword, so that we are the mouth of God, are releasing that is like a double sword, and the double sword is to edify and to penetrate the deepest and change. But all the prophets are using that double sword to destroy people and cut people. So that's why we need to be careful at the time of prophesying. We need to also analyze ourselves. It's coming from my is there something that I have to change? And I believe that this is why deliverance for me, prophetic and prophecy, go together. Like we need to train people in the prophetic, but we also need to people into deliverance so they don't become prophets of the Abaddon. The Abaddon is a place of destruction. So we don't want any more prophets prophesying from that place of destruction and bringing death to nations and to people.
So basically, what you're saying is that there's power in words, just like the Bible says. So even if this person was a true prophet, they could actually prophesy some things that is not from God, but it could cast curses on people.
Exactly. And this is the same thing, which is they understand there is power in the war. That's why they release even such a rank. They are assigned certain regions and cities where they understand neighborhoods, and they understand that by releasing a war of destruction and releasing a principality in that area by the war, releasing it. And that's also what happened with Balaam Balak told Balaam to go to the high mountain them, because he understood, first of all, that the high place means a place of authority. So there is a strategy there. When you want to take a city for the spiritual warfare for God, the high place means something. So he took this witch prophet and he told her, curse the people of Israel. But it says that when he was trying to curse, only blessings came out of his mouth. So we know that even there is power in the words for cursings, for blessings, for life, for death. And we as Christian, as people of God, we need to be careful of like with that, and we need to understand in the atmosphere that stays there, and the enemies is kind of like they grab that, and have to be so careful with the things that we speak and declare.
Touches on how only humans being made in God's image, and when he created everything, all he had to do was speak. So because God has that, or because that's what God involved in that we need to watch out for, especially things that are popular, or things that seems cool, like yoga or, crystals. Could you just give us some examples? What
Yoga is not from our
many
people.
don't know.
Inside in their houses to clean the
You don't know
atmosphere
that
out of
Christ's
demons. That's
spirit is a false
witchcraft.
spirit as
You
well.
shouldn't be doing that stuff. That is literally open portals for demons. You are not cleansing your house.
What type of movie should people watch out
No
for?
sound? Can you hear it now?
Witchcraft movies, of course,
It's crazy.
occultism, anything. So this is what happened to me. Before I was a Christian, obviously I was involved in the occultism. I used to love spiritual movies with demons, everything with blood. I was quite dark. So when I became Christian, one of the first things that the Holy Spirit removed from me were those things.
Hold on a second, guys. I don't know what the heck going on. Yeah, but I shouldn't have to unmute it for it to be for y'all to hear it. Did it just start on the sound giving an issue at first, or did you guys hear everything at first? That's just weird. let me just go ahead and I guess leave it like that. That's so annoying. It's this stupid computer's not syncing the way it should. But okay, hold on 1 second, guys. All right, I rewound it about a 30
That
seconds or so.
children watch. That's why we have to be so much careful with the things that our children are watching in on the TV, because now there's so much witchcraft, there's so much magic. Even like the other day, I went with my son to the library, and there was a whole section for witchcraft, a whole section for books on the occultism, and I was just standing there, like literally so angry, seeing a massive section of all of these magic books, how to become a witch, how to think spells. It's just like it's right there for our children, and it's just become so natural that now we are calling the things that are evil good and the things that are good evil, right? And I would say that those things are really dangerous to bring home.
Wow. So you say movies because movies is a big thing. What type of movies should people watch out for?
And witchcraft movies, of course, occultism, anything. I will say, so this is what happened to me. Before I was a Christian, obviously I was involved in the occultism. I used to love spiritual movies with demons, everything with blood. I was quite dark. So when I became Christian, one of the first things that the Holy Spirit removed from me were those things, liking those types of movies. I used to have like before you used to record all the movies in CDs, like fake ones, and I used to have like 400 or 500 of just demons, spirits, blood, everything that you can imagine. And that was the first thing that the Holy Spirit told me, get rid of that. So now I understood that, okay, we need to be careful with witchcraft movies, occultism, violence, blood, even rape, sex, everything that you are inviting to, and that your eye gate is consuming, because what you see with your physical eyes is going to impact what you see in the spiritual realm. So this is what people don't understand, that people think, oh, you just being legalistic. And it's not about being legalistic, but what level of consecration do you want to reach? Do you actually want to see in the spirit? Do you actually want to hear from God? And this there the things that are coming into your eye gate and your ear gate,
Exactly.
because you can't just feed
The
your
waveform.
spiritual your spirit with rubbish. You just bring in all this rubbish, and then you are expecting to see in the spirit and to have dreams. What you see in the physical is going to affect what you see in the natural, and that's why we need to have a consecrated life and be careful with the things that we are exposed to.
Now, what about horror? Because that's a big thing now. I know when I was growing up, we had like one or two horror movies a year. Now they're everywhere. It's
Right.
like overtaking normal movies. So would you say that horror movies is a part of what you just mentioned?
So everything that is inviting the spirit of fear, you shouldn't be watching those things. Like all of that stuff is literally fear. Is trying to make the person that is watching jump and feel fear. That is opening a portal for the spirit of fear to come, and that's why we have so many teenagers nowadays that they can't even sleep with the light off. They are too scared, but then they are going to the cinema and or just to watch these things, and they're inviting this spirit of fear, of anxiety, of terror to come and to take over. So I would say nothing that invites the spirit of fear, nothing that can damage your spiritual eyes or what you hear in the spirit. All of that should be removed, and we should completely remove all of those things from our life.
Let's go back to witches because a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people think that witches are green, ugly women with big noses, with a mole with hair coming out, and on a broom. Thanks to Hollywood. What do witches look like?
They don't want you to know the truth.
Witches look like, you have witches in governments.
Say
You
it.
have witches
Tell it.
with nice and dressing nice. So
Mm-hmm.
you have witches and satanists and warlocks and all of these in the government, in the family courts. So
Mm-hmm.
there are no, you don't, when you see a witch, don't expect to see someone with a long nose, with a thingy here, with a hat. That's not how it looks now. Now we see so many of these people in the occultism taking over the seven mountains, taking over the government, entertainment, Hollywood, cinema, music.
Entertainment,
That's where they are placed.
Hollywood,
So this is why I
music.
believe that as children of God,
Talk to the
we
dead,
haven't
right?
been called to be sitting in a church every Sunday. We have been called to expand to the different mountains, to the government, to the
Yep.
education, to media, entertainment. We have been called to take over that place, shine, because that's basically what the enemy is doing. He knows and he is positioning himself. He is releasing all these people to be positioned in government, because if the enemy is in the government, they have authority from there to change everything. And if they change everything,
Tell it.
it affects the rest of the society. Also, movies, music, they are taking over. They are releasing those things. They are now writing the scripts for the movie with spirits that are taking over, and they are just writing the movies, the music with that. So this is happening. This is what is happening. So I believe that us, as the church, as the children of God, we haven't been called to just go every Sunday to a four-wall place, sitting in there and clapping hands. We haven't been called for that. We have been
Say it,
called to
girl.
expand the kingdom of God, to move and to take over these mountains, and from there bring the government and the kingdom of Jesus to take over that place. Because that's the only way that we are going to confront darkness and push back darkness. We are not going to do anything
She
if we are
backwards on what
just
she's
going
saying
to church and
as
sitting
far as the
there and then
government, but we'll
expecting
get into that.
that everything is done. No, we need to actually
She
make
can't
our
help it.
part
She's still a
and go a
Christian.
step forward and do
She's still a
something
Christian.
about it.
Amen. I completely agree, because the Bible says to go out into all the world and preach the gospel, not just hear the gospel preached in church and go home and live your hunky-dory life. Perfect. So let's go back to your training. Now, you were trained by a white witch first, and then after you were trained by a...
Listen, guys, her opinion isn't really what's important here. I'm sorry. Maybe I should have elaborated more. Her opinion, we don't even care about her opinion. You know, some of the stuff she's saying, to be honest, is truthful, and most of it's a bunch of crap, because she's still a Christian. So she's caught up in that realm of that spirituality. So she's not out of it. She probably thinks that she is, but she's not. She's still living a Christian type life. All these different things that she's doing. Nothing wrong with her doing that, but she doesn't understand the spirit of the religion in itself. She talked a little bit about, the government being witches and warlocks and things of that nature. Some of the facts she know to be true, but she is not very clear on elaborating from the standpoint. So she has a little bit of work to do on what she got going on, but it's okay. We're listening more to her story. They put this little girl into being trained her to be a witch from the age of like 4 years old. You feel me? So that's the whole point. We don't pay attention, right? It's really just about, learning and seeing what they're talking about. This is real crazy. Yeah, the government is, she exposed it, even the truth on that. The government is part of a lot of this witchcraft, sorcery, things of that nature, including the educational system, including the, what do you call it? The child welfare or whatever for taking children from the home, CPS, Children Protective Service. All these people, participate in these witches and warlocks. I mean, this is kind of, I want y'all to just pay attention to what the chick's saying. We don't care about, all the other stuff. Y'all already know what we do around here: meat and bones. Anything out here, I'm gonna try to get
Now,
it.
before we go into that, could you explain the difference between a white witch and a black witch?
So it's kind of like black magic, white magic, but we also have like green magic, red, so all the colors, but the difference between the white magic and the black one is that the white magic is used for selfless purposes. Like the witches use this for like healing, for blessing, for charms, incantation. They even do like prayers. They even, like, some of them use the Bible, especially the Psalm 23 and 91, for protection, so they even understand. So this is the difference, that they think that they are not harming anyone. But then the black magic, this is used by witches to manipulate people's feelings and thoughts. So this type of magic, they use it to kill, to destroy, to bring infirmities, poverty, and then they use blood of animals, humans, they use stones, black candles, plants, and so they just black and white. The difference is that black magic, it actually goes right there to manipulate people and kill people and basically
It's some real
destroy
shit.
people's lives. So that is the difference between one and another.
So they're both bad, though, correct?
Yeah, of course. As
Even
I
if you
said
think it's
before,
for
the
good, it's
difference
bad.
from them
What they
and
say.
us is the spirit
Mind
who
you,
is
that's what they
guiding the
say.
spirit. Us is the Holy Spirit,
That's what
them
they
is
say.
a spirit guide. So that is witchcraft because you are using power and all of these things from something that is not the source of God.
How do you know? The
Now, I
source
know
of
you
God is
mentioned
from
to
within
me
you.
even
So she's
before
obviously
how
confused because
this
she
black
doesn't
witch
know.
taught you. We'll go through it in a minute.
But we'll get into
How
all
you
that.
said she was actually reading the Bible. Why was she reading the Bible, and what benefit would that have for her if she wasn't using it for a good purpose?
So as I said, the white witches, they don't think that they are doing anything wrong. So I remember even us, sometimes we used to
That's
just
part
get
of
the
the trick.
Bible, especially when my dad died.
Even
When my
using the
dad that we
Bible.
will go into that, but when he
It's
died,
not wrong, but we're using the
and
Bible
this
with it.
this other witch
And
that
it's
was
not wrong.
helping us, she was like a combination of white magic and black magic. But she told us basically that we should read Psalm 23 and Psalm 91. So every night after my dad died, I actually know from my head Psalm 23 and 91 because of every night we used to repeat. So the white witches, what they do is that they use it because they believe that there is a power in those Bible verses, like protection. When you are declaring it, you are releasing protection over your life, and that's kind of like why they do it. I think it's also Psalm 91. There is something related with the spiritual warfare there, and that's also why they use Psalm 91.
Could you tell us about your training with the black witch and how she even came into the picture? Because at this time, you were being trained by a white witch. So how did this black witch even come into the picture?
Okay, so what happened was that after we moved to Spain, we were living in there. So the white witch came, she started to train me. But then my dad had to move to a different city in Spain to work. So we moved and we stopped having contact with this white witch in Spain. But my mom used to have a best friend from Colombia that she also used to be a witch. I think she is still a witch. So that was my mom's best friend. So then we
Her
moved
mom's
to the
best friend was a
city
black witch.
in Spain, and suddenly my mom attracted these witches again, but this time they were black witches, but we didn't know. So when my mom started to talk to this witch, her friend from Colombia, this witch called my mom and told her, "You have opened the doors to your house to a person, and she is not coming with the right reason. She is not coming with a good heart." And so this person used to tell my mom that she was there to bring destruction to our house, that we have to be careful, that she was a witch of high rank. But obviously, my mom thought that she was jealous because the witches are territorial. So this witch in Colombia used to come to our house, see us in the spirit, release things like good things and all of that. So now she realized that there was a witch of high rank and she couldn't anymore astral project because now someone was taking over the house. So this witch came to the house, the black one, and the same thing happened. She saw me and she said, "Wow, your daughter has something. We need to train her." But she was like desperate. She was like, "We need to train her. We need to consecrate her. We need to give her to a principality." She didn't say principality, but she said, "We need to give her to a spirit guide because he is going to train her and guide her in this journey." So my mom, for the second time, heard that. So she was like, "Okay, let's do it." So we did a ritual, like a ceremony, and that's when they consecrated me to this spirit guide, to this principality that is a demon, and now he became my spirit guide. He became the one that I used to go to every time that I needed something good and bad. I used to feel his presence in the middle of the night, make him because he used to have a
Are you guys like hearing this?
particular.
I'm off this
He
one
used to
minute.
break things in the house, but I knew that it was him. So he used.
Okay. Now, are you guys getting what's going on here? We don't really care too much about her story. I'm going to verify. All right. You don't know what it takes. Say it, bro. She doesn't have what it takes. She has some. She has an energy though, because see, this is the thing you guys aren't listening to. Maybe some of you missed the beginning of the story. She came in just to refresh you guys, so you can see what's going on here. When it came on, it started with her talking about her when she was 3 years old. They started taking her to these witches meetings, basically. I can't remember everything she was saying was going on. Well, basically, she was going to the meetings. They were taking her back and forth. Her grandmother, her great grandmother was taking her. Her grandmother was telling the grandmother she didn't want her involved in it. She didn't want her taken to the churches. Don't take her, blah blah blah, all this and that other nonsense. But at the same time, she still was taking her. So she took her and all these things. The little girl was saying all these things going on. Then she was saying one night how she was asleep when she was 6 years old. So talk about it, bro. This is the spirit. The New Testament is a part of this whole spirit. The spirit that she's talking about is a part of it. We talked about this, guys. We talked about the Black Madonna, the core energy. Oh, my sister, Grande sis, talked about how everything was going on with her family, knowing that she had all these things going on. But even though all these things were going on, she still was being attacked. She was in her bed and she literally woke up with a demon riding her. I know there are a lot of you guys that have been like in your bed, you're laying there and it's like, oh my God, something's on my back. You can't move, you're stuck. There are different things that are going on at this time. We're not gonna get into that. That's part of a dream conversation. So when it comes to that, all of the aspects of what was going on in her dream, the little girl was so afraid, and she told her family. The family knows, so everyone knew that they said the devil, particularly, but there's some type of demon or spirit that was riding the little child because it was trying to become a part of her. It was actually enveloping her because she was going to all these seances. Her great grandmother was taking her to all the seances, right? So because of that, there was a spirit on this child. Okay, so just keep that in mind. There was a certain energy that she had because they were taking her and they were trying to build her up because they wanted her to be a powerful witch, right? Let me see, bro, want to come up here. He dropping some stuff. He might want to say something about some of this nonsense. Let me drop the link for him real quick. Yeah, Damien, remember that? Oh, you said look up the etymology of Damien? Okay, I can do that real quick. Hold on, bro. Let me do that. Description and etymology of Damien.
According to Verywell family, Damien is a historic name that means to tame or subdue. It is derived from the Greek word demianas, which can mean master, overcome, or conquer. The name Damien has also been linked to the Greek goddess of fertility, Damia.
Okay. Damien is demon. Right. Bobby Hemmett broke it down. Yeah, I heard that before too, brother. You're right. I've listened to. There's a couple of a few of Bobby Hemmett's lectures I have not seen, but I've seen the majority of them. Him, Phil Valentine. Oh my gosh, Phil Valentine goes deep. I've done a lot of study with Phil Valentine. I don't know if you guys are aware. Maybe I'll play a little Phil Valentine for you guys. Are you guys aware of Phil Valentine? Have you heard any of his information? I played some from you guys from Dr. Yaffa Bay. She's awesome. I believe she's some type of Moor or something, but she's very spiritually inclined. She doesn't speak a lot on the Moor stuff, but definitely goes in. So let's continue this. We'll get more into a conversation. This video is pretty long. We're not going to play all of the video. I'm going to play a little bit more and then go from there. After I play a little bit more, oh, bro came up. After he might want to say something about this. Hold on. After I play a little bit more, guys, we're going to read some detailed information. Go ahead, bro. You want to chat on this, please? I know you looking like this, man. She tripping. All of that. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, see, I'm going to say this so hopefully people can comprehend to it. You know what I'm saying? Now, the language of English itself is a derivative and a little brother language of Latin and Hebrew. So when you got these people that's not authentic and indigenous to the language, they can't use the language to cast and manifest the same way we can. So, like she was saying, since she was a kid, she was going to all of this stuff, you know, and all of this. But you're now on YouTube and doing all of this. Where have you ever used the magic and it worked for you? You see what I'm saying? Like even these
Right.
popes and all of these people, they know that the language of Latin and English is not going to work for them. So what they do, they practice ritual to try to manifest it to work, and it still don't happen for them. So she's a part of. That's why I said she's a part of the problem because even though she don't know, the Hispanics are the biggest alliance in America against us. The Hispanics are the biggest alliance in America, North, Central, and South, that's going against the Aboriginal, Indigenous, Autonomous American Indians.
Yes.
It's a chart. It's a digital chart that shows the migration, and the Hispanics was the multiple big migration into America before any pale face, and this is from 1800, like 1860 and up. So we got to pay attention to that. But she's speaking of her great grandmother and all that stuff. They were probably still chattel at the time. You know what I'm saying? Under somebody's servitude. So they learned from somebody that already knew it here. But go ahead.
Yes, bro. And the thing is, what I'm focusing on, I've been doing this little stuff about witchcraft, basically, bro. I'm glad you jumped up there to help me. When we're doing when we think about the witchcraft, right? There's like a lot of different things with the witchcraft. Like the girl said, there's like white, black, green, red, purple. There's all kinds of different witchcraft that these people use. Being that a lot of people are in tune, or they get in tune with witchcraft when they're operating with these spirits and using different things when it comes to even the alchemy of certain things, right? It's hold on, let me get this back.
That's facts. That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? So what tripped me out when I don't even know, I was what was I looking up? I was looking up this other video. I had a video of this tribe where they actually had the lady on trial, and they I think they were gonna execute her or something like that. It was in one of the African tribes or something. I'm looking like, whoa, I didn't know they were against it with the tribes over there. They kind of fascinated me, and I was like, I'm gonna play that video. So as I watched it, you know how to be other videos linked. This one popped up, and I'm looking like, what is this chick talking about? So she's talking about exposing the secret. So when I heard this video, it tripped me out because I'm like, dang. I said, so they start. We know that they'll initiate, like they child traffic. There's a lot of human trafficking, things of this nature. They'll take kids, abduct them, and they'll put them into these different things because they use that blood or energy or whatever they can, if they can, from this being, right? So now with this kid, she's exposing how they get basically bred into it. So like a lot of them don't even have a choice because it's like part of them. She was at the age of 3 when her great grandmother was taking her to these seances, and she said she remember all these things. I don't know if you've seen it from the beginning, bro, but she was giving some descriptive stuff, the weird stuff that was going on, and she was a kid. Then she talked about how
I could believe that, possibly, very, very so, because even to this day down in Mexico, to this day, they still try to practice and maneuver using a lot of magic and stuff. But once again, them not being able to use their own language, you know what I'm saying? That's like, for instance, I go to a white person house and take a shower and want to wash my hair. You think their hair products is going to be healthy for me in my hair? No,
right.
Not at all. That's like you take a dude fresh off the boat from Ireland down to Louisiana and put him in the kitchen in the soul food restaurant.
Exactly.
That's what it is. And see, Aura, I'm gonna explain to you. The New Testament is a new contract that's not of the Most High. So when you're speaking of the Bible, you're speaking of a book by Baal. And Baal was the evil ruler king that hated the so-called ruddy people, King Solomon, any of his descendants, King David, all of them. So when you're dealing with the New Testament, you're dealing with the book that's grafting these foreigners into your history or your story. Go ahead, sis.
Yes. Facts, bro. So with this guy, I'm not gonna play this whole video. This thing like 2 hours long. I will put the description in the link because I want to play something else. for you guys as well, and I definitely want to read some information for you, right? So we're gonna play a little bit more of this. There's something else. I hate that I don't remember exactly where it was. I probably should have wrote down the minutes, but a couple of things she said I felt was interesting, just showing some of the things that they do. And another thing she confirmed, oh yeah, something else she confirmed, like I keep telling you guys, all of these people, all these so-called agencies. So you think about an agent. What's an agent? They have some type of duties or something that they're tied to. So these agents all work together.
For government, yeah.
So,
Kind of like a subcontractor for a government somewhere.
Yes, they are all, and so they're under when and if they're subcontracted to the government, what does that mean? They're under an oath, right? So all these people are under certain oath, and they all have secret oath, and they all are participating. Yes, child for grandest. You know, they all are participating. They're all playing this particular part of what they're doing. Whatever their role is. Let's just say that they're actors. Right. You know, I keep telling you that they're all actors. They all have a role. So remember, they're agents. The particular agents, they have a job and a duty at each facility, right? Whether it be a neutral job that they have, where they're just playing the role to act like it's a normal position, or they have the secret ones that have the oath that are doing certain things. I've told you guys before about this video. I looked for it. I can't find it. They probably deleted it off of YouTube from like 12 years ago. These kids in Australia. I'm going to briefly tell you about it. It was a little boy and a little girl. They came here to America. The mom had divorced the dad. The dad was like some type of aristocrat in England or something. So the little boy and little girl were with the mom, during their custody part for them to be with the mom. She knows the kids. They were taking a bath, doing some little weird, freaky stuff, whatever. She questioned her kids. Come to find out, the dad was using the kids in these rituals. He was literally taking the kids to. You saw that video before?
Yeah. He used them to get into political power and all that. You know what I'm saying? Taking them and exchanging them into little parties and all that stuff.
Yep.
So I seen that. I think they did remove, but if you can find that, that's a fire video. That shit.
I've been looking. I had it for years. I had the video for at least 4 or 5 years because I played it. I played it before for somebody, and then I shared it like a couple of times to people. You know how you'll go back in your list and you'll share it. So when I look for it again, I have not been able. I believe they deleted it, off of video.
Hey, didn't in that video they had a couple of the people that actually escaped from the shit too?
Yes.
It was like a girl that got away from it.
Yes, and it wasn't the same one. They're actually of this particular these two. With the first one, yes, there's like 3 videos. I had all 3 of them actually. I don't have any of the videos. The one was actually showing how as well. I don't know if you guys remember when there was some type of supposedly there was a tornado or something like in Florida or something like that. It was a story going around, but I spoke with a couple of people. I even spoke with someone recently, asked them about it, where they had these barges. Do you remember, Zoe, some hurricane? I don't remember what city it was because I may be mistaken, but there was a hurricane and they put up these barges. They were supposedly female barges. Do you remember that a few years back and where the hurricane was or the tornado that tore town up? Where was that?
Hey, you know what? It was funny you speaking on that is because that was right in the time Trump was getting into his political run, and they sent that hurricane trying to destroy the West Keys and all that where he had property as well. So they were talking about how the witches had conjured that hurricane to happen through a whole bunch of sources.
Talk about it. Say it. Hold on, let's elaborate on that real quick. So they said that. They said that it was gonna be, whatever it was they needed to get him like destroyed, or they had the campaign, all this other nonsense. So all the witches were against him. So that's another thing that made me start looking at Trump, right? Like years back, I used to be like, oh, Trump, this is a BS, this weirdo, and oh, he's the Antichrist. I literally was thinking all this stuff, right? Let me correct myself. First, I used to say Obama. I used to tell everybody, Obama's the Antichrist. This nigga is crazy. He's got one of them. In his head, he's got the Akhenaten, like literally the shit is an imprint in his head. The Akhenaten
on the side of his motherfucking. I think it's behind his right ear.
Yes, behind this right
Yep.
here. Exactly.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it's sad, guys. I don't even want to get into all of this, but I'm gonna mention that he was actually, you know, they had the what do you call it? The sarcophagus, whatever the thing that they are in those Egyptian tomb, the pharaohs. They said that, thank you. They said that Obama is actually a created creature from his one of his cells. Now we know that this can happen. We talked about the test tube baby. So I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not going to say that's 100%. I haven't done a lot of research. I heard it a couple of times, and since I heard it a couple of times, you know, I'm like, possible, because he has that thing behind his ear. There's a whole lot of shit with that. That's a whole nother conversation.
Hey, you know what? Hey, we finna get on this for 3 minutes. Give me a minute and a half, and you get a minute and a half of response, right? You know who Obama granddad is, right?
No, I know that Obama is cousins though. But so is he affiliated with one of the Bush's actual relatives? That's his granddad.
Man, it's somebody that's more important than the Bushes. Period. See, what people have slept past was Obama's true history and his real mother. His real mother is Hitler's daughter. His real mother is Hitler's daughter. So his granddad is Hitler.
Wait a minute.
Woo! Let's get hot.
I heard that. Now I heard that before, but I did not hear.
Look, Chi Alpha already know that. Yeah, that's right, guys.
Yeah, I see that, bro. Just put that shit down in the chat. Okay,
yeah, so that's the real shit.
So Hitler's daughter is is Obama's. I gotta write this down so I can remember this.
That's Obama's mother, and she's a high chancellor over there in Europe somewhere, in Britain somewhere.
Now, hold on. Now with that, I say I didn't want to get into all this, but we're gonna have to right now because you're bringing this shit up, because this is some info I didn't know. Because I knew that the mom was she was some type of descendant, this and that. Now when it came to the father, I did a lot of research on the father, because I like to hear these stories and I'm like, I don't know, I don't know how to find the information, so I left it alone. When it came to the dad, being from the Kenya, how did he get involved with the mom, or how do you know anything about that story? Because that part,
yeah, the dad was a high-ranking mercenary.
Okay, he was a mercenary.
Yeah, mercenary, which today we call them killers. He was a mercenary for the high government, and he was killing his own people during the takeover of when they were trying to. He was in alliance with Germany from Kenya. So when you think of him being a mercenary for the Germans, but he's from Kenya, then you seeing how the Germans were taking over certain parts of those areas. When people say Hitler was racist, they stupid as shit, because that was something the United States put together in order to cover up Obama coming.
So look, Malcolm X, Chi Alpha said that Malcolm X used to go to Kenya, and he Malcolm X's son. You saying Obama is Malcolm X's son? Is that what you saying, bro? Hold on, bro. Jump up here. You playing right now?
Yeah, come on up here, Chi Alpha.
This the link to the video, y'all, because we're gonna play just a little bit more of this and get into some other stuff. But here's that link to that if you guys want to watch the rest of this crazy shit. This is on her entire damn family. It just showed you how they bring these kids into the shit, and that's what we're talking about now. But go ahead, bro.
Hey, you know how why we own this is you can actually pull that up and screen share Hitler's daughter, and you'll see Hitler's daughter and Hitler's wife holding Obama's hand when he was a kid, and they were playing with him. It's pictures
of
it.
It's on a YouTube video
on the internet everywhere.
Hold on, bro. So just go to like a regular browser, and then just put in what should I put in real quick?
Just go to Google and Google Hitler's daughter. And then once you get to Hitler's daughter, you'll start seeing pictures. Go to the images, or you can go on. Go to Hitler's daughter, and see, this is how we're gonna connect it. We're gonna go and look at Hitler's daughter and see her position and how she's ranked over there in the motherfucking UN, United Nations right now. And then we're gonna pull up all the pictures every time Obama seen his mom after years of not seeing her. And you'll see her grabbing his face, kissing him on the cheek and everything. And this is his mom. I mean, it got pictures of her with Obama when he was like 2, 3 years old and shit.
So I see Hitler's daughter. Is Heidi Hitler's daughter? Is that the one?
Yup, Heidi.
Is Heidi Hitler's daughter? Let me see, because it's not showing. Oh, let me put in images.
Yeah.
He said Malcolm X's son. Lord. Wait a minute, bro. Y'all blowing my mind this morning. Let's get shit. Oh, damn. They showing an old picture of him. They sure do look just like the mom when she was young. Let me see.
Cool. Hey, let's screen share
It's
this
showing
stuff.
a lot. Right. I'm trying to find
juicy,
a picture,
man.
bro. Hold on 1 second. It don't make sense to pull up the wrong thing. I'm looking for the picture first.
Right.
I don't think that you're talking
I
about.
get excited when there's juicy shit around, you know what I'm saying? I love juicy information.
Let me see. It's showing the stuff about her. Let me see. I have to put Obama's name. Hitler's daughter, Obama's mom. Pull it up.
Yeah. You can type in Obama's mom. I forgot to tell you can Google that too.
Okay. Let me see. It's showing dream from my real father. What the hell? Okay, hold on. Now I'm just have to pull this up because it is showing a bunch of weird stuff. Showing Michael Obama.
Hey, but no, I was gonna say I don't know if Malcolm X is his real dad due to the fact that Obama's brothers and sisters in Kenya by the mercenary dude, they look just like Obama.
Look at
So
Malcolm X.
him admitting he got 7, 8 brothers and sisters in Kenya, and then they show him.
Yeah, that's
like,
what
nigga,
that's what I was thinking about the dad, because the dad I do got a video, and I still got that video. I seen it recently of
the dad
Obama
from Kenya
over there to the sisters in the and them over there in Kenya, and where they exposed the reason I pulled it up or had the information was because of them exposing supposedly Michelle as being Michael. And at the time when he came there, the aunt was upset that Obama brought Michael to the house and said, we don't do this here. Why would you bring him to house? And she was upset
to the
about
house.
it.
Yeah.
So that's what made me focus on the particular video. So in that, the dad, I just thought, that whole situation was weird that the dad was in Kenya. He didn't want to produce the birth certificate. That was a big thing, and all this and that. So this here is
the dad was military. You see how that kind of makes sense now, though? The dad was military, fought in the World War I, and World War II or some shit. And more than likely, him being a mercenary, Hitler able to listen though. Peep this. It makes sense because him being a hardcore mercenary, right? He got bodies up under his belt. And Hitler hearing about it, like, yeah, send Akanuku Tutu to me. So Akanuku Tutu come to him and shit, and he like, you're very diesel, like, black dude, So he get close to Hitler. And then all of a sudden, the daughter start liking him because the daughter sees how Hitler is taking to this mercenary that's killing his own people.
Yeah,
and it's like
I was just telling what's his name, Willie, about Phil Valentine.
Yeah.
I mean, he was talking about him, and I'm like, yeah. I said we need to play some of him, a little bit of Phil Valentine. These guys go deep on a lot of information. Definitely Phil Valentine, one of my faves. Period. And he had to do with the conversation, but we could definitely hit him about anything because the brother was phenomenal to his recent demise. Okay, let's see. Yeah, they're all actors. I mean, bro, listen, talk about it. This shit is all like, we just playing this game. It's like, yo, we got this game and we gonna make them do this part. Okay, but yeah, all that. So what you were saying, bro? You see, it's showing a whole bunch of different weird ass pictures. It's showing like send y'all real picture weird, real bad. Oh, send this right. Send it. Let's pop it off. With all
I
these
was gonna
different
say,
Malcolm X, son, this, that. Let's get it together. Okay, so
I was gonna say, if you Google Obama as a child with mother, then it might pop up. Since you already in that, Google is gonna recognize where you're searching right now. Oh yeah, man, Obama used to always bang Pac and Biggie. Talk about that shit.
good old Obama that came from nowhere, Lord. I'm from Chicago. I never heard no damn Obama talking about he lived in Hyde Park, this and that, da da da. You know, he stayed in Hyde Park, all this other stuff. I grew up in Hyde Park. I like literally
Man,
in
the
Hyde Park.
hood would
I never
expose
heard this
Obama
man
being
sing.
from there, man. Nobody in the hoods and the projects ever mentioned Obama, not in their rap songs or nothing.
And look
If
who
he
him
was,
with
if
this
he,
him with the granddad. I remember this. Look, this one. Yeah, he looked
are
just
you,
like the
you talking
dad,
about
granddad. So
the
let
Barrios
me
or
see. I
whatever?
want the let's see.
Barrios.
Right here. And look, he look I mean, you notice the granddad like him. That he looked just like him. Like, and he looked like the Akhenaten dude too. She with him with the grandma. They say the FBI destroyed the file on Obama.
They had to. Because then you go to the where your arrows at now. You go to
I'm
the
gonna pull
far
it up.
left, right
Okay,
on those
so said put
multiple
in there.
pictures.
Here you go. Here you go. Ain't this him with the mom?
Yep.
He go to
They finna start acting the fool. Watch. We getting too close.
that's him with the mom. Here go the thing with the Hitler shit. You say, what are the family facts? This thing showing mad stuff. It says Obama is that is the right virus. The grandson is what it's saying. Not the mother, is the granddaughter. So the guy he was just on his back. That was her dad. It's that Obama's mother is on the far right, which is that same lady we were just looking at. And Bari Shabazz, who is Adolf Hitler's grandson, that must have been his dad. Then his mother had three sisters, Angela, Mark, Gotti, I believe that's the video. Those were the ones I saw in the video. Now you know why Obama and Markel are so lovey-dovey, auntie and nephew. And so this is like more information on
That's
that
not accurate.
background. They show here go his old ID showing that he was a foreign exchange. This is which is what not accurate. Any of this is not accurate. Here go the thing with Malcolm X. That he was just talking about what Barack Obama's family. But a lot of this is all because of these acting roles that they play and certain things that they portray. A lot of information gets confused because people see this, see that. You know, it's a lot of weird shit with that. So be kind of hard. That's why I was like, I don't really get into a lot of that. I did believe the video of what the sister said, so on and so forth. And that's kind of that.
Hey, you know what I was
Here
gonna
go the
say?
kids' mom and them.
What I was gonna say was
And
that
the
you got to
father.
remember
This
how
is
many
the
times.
father and the mom,
I was
and they
gonna
look
say,
just like
you got to remember how many.
when
You got to remember how many times his name changed as well. Now, the people that you're showing right there, those are the barrios. And so when he had, you know what I'm saying, by the age of 5, 6, 7 years old coming to America, he had to have some people here in order to try to get that fake American citizenship shit. Remember they were trying to look for his birth certificate and they was finding fake ones from
So
Hawaii
Barack
and
Obama is related to Hitler.
yep. He was an implant. That's how he's related to the Bushes and Clintons and all of them through Hitler.
Yeah, this is it's already trying to you know what start acting retarded.
Yeah.
Great
Trump
day, my
was trying to expose that shit. You're right, Chi Alpha. Trump was
Cal.
exposing
My
that
my
fake
thing
ass
is
shit.
stuck. I'm trying to highlight you guys. I see you guys in here, but yeah, Trump brought all that shit out. That's why they was mad at him because the whole thing when Trump started coming out, he started telling everybody the news is fake. They perpetrated it
They're
because he
fake.
exposed a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, they're fake. Don't believe it. This fake news. And
He the
walking
one
into the
that they.
office.
If it wasn't for Trump, if it wasn't for Trump, we would have still been under this stupid ass shit. None of the stuff that's going on now, as far as the exposure, the tribunals, any of that stuff would have happened because
If it went
Trump
for
is the one
Trump,
that
yep.
actually moved all that stuff forward. He's the one that allowed a lot of stuff to be private. If you guys remember, even
Damn, sis, your mic breaking up.
he was passing them, they had CIA agents passing them letters and shit. The letters that were being passed out from the CIA agents to them, letting them know that they ass had to come before the before trials. Tell them when their date was. Y'all know, you know, da da da. Bush's dad was not. He did not die of a heart attack. They said he
Hey,
died of a heart attack, but he was actually executionized from the tribunals, and they allow him to have this thing and say he had the heart attack. That was part of his documents for what he,
hey, sis.
you know, accepted in his part in telling whatever confession, so on and so forth, all this other nonsense. So
Do you are you familiar with the guy that actually taught Obama how to act
he was
like
letting
being the
everything
president?
be pulled to the forefront. He turned around and he started giving money
Can you hear me?
uh, that they did not want him to do.
Hey,
I mean,
sis, can
that's
you hear
all.
me? Can you hear me?
Obama is. Wait, listen, wait. I'm confused at that too. Wait a minute. It's saying, wait, it might kick
Sis,
me out. Guys.
can you hear me?
What you say?
Can you hear
What you
me?
say, Zo?
Can you hear me? My mic messing up.
Yeah, I can hear you. What you say?
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah,
I was asking you. Okay, I
yeah,
was asking you. Can you hear me?
yeah. You can't hear me?
Yeah, your mic keep breaking up too.
Yeah,
They
yes.
fucking, they fucking with. Oh, yeah, man, they fucking with it, man. I felt the energy changing, man. But I was finna say, are you guys familiar? It's a light skinned guy that got a booty chin. I forget his name. He's a tall, skinny actor. He played in New York or NYPD or something like that. You know what I'm saying? A light skinned dude. He had came out and exposed how he had to spend 2 or 3 years of teaching Obama how to carry yourself, speak and all of this in a professional level of public speaking and all of this. So, he got paid in the back to actually teach Obama how to act as a president. I wonder if any of y'all know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Um, I forget dude name. He's an actor. You know, he never really played in big movies, but he played in a lot of big shows. He light skinned and tall, skinny. He looked like he could be Obama's cousin. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? He actually came out about it and exposed that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when Trump was showing videos
Real
of that and
quick.
stuff, man,
So I'm
are you
confused.
back?
Like, look, yeah, I'm confused. Like she said, so are you saying we get that Obama is Hitler's daughter's son? That part we just confirmed was not the truth. The truth is that is his dad a little bit. His father was Hitler's grandson. That's what it was. So we just
No, sis. That's misinformation. That's why I was saying
yeah.
it's misinformation.
She said
Hitler's
Malcolm X is
daughter.
his dad. Which one
No,
is
I'm talking
misinformation?
as
There are
far
like
as
three
Hitler.
different stories.
Right. You got to in the timeline. It says it all. Hitler's daughter was born in the 1900s, which is Obama's mother, and so Obama was born in the 1960s. So by Hitler's daughter, not Hitler's grandson. You see what I'm saying? So the guy that they had put in there as the son of
Wait.
Hitler, that
Say
was
that again. Hold on, bro. Just want to clarify because we just read something now. So you're saying that the father is not the grandson. We just read that it said that he was
no,
his
no, no,
grandson.
no. Obama is connected to Hitler through Obama mom, which is Hitler's daughter. Obama's dad is a Kenyan, not a paleface. So that's what that information that pale face that they were showing is Obama's mother's more recent husband. That has nothing to do with Obama's birth. So when you find
Okay,
like
we're
when
gonna
we
get.
we're gonna
I'm
do a
still
build on it.
confused.
We don't have to do a build
That's
on
not none of that's that don't. I'm not getting that though. I don't get what.
it.
I
Okay,
don't know what that.
Hitler was alive until when? 1940s, 1950s.
Okay.
So
They
Hitler's
say Hitler's still alive. Go ahead.
right, but so what I'm saying is Hitler's not an ancient artifact person, which means that his Obama's too old to be able to be a great grandson of Hitler. That's what I'm saying. The timeline is almost too
Oh, okay.
compressed.
Too old to be. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying now.
Right.
Okay,
Obama's
thank you,
too
bro.
old
I'm
to
like,
be Hitler's
hold
great.
on.
Yeah. Because like my mom was born in
Okay, so that makes
1956,
sense.
right? See, my mom was born in 1956, but my grandmother, her
Mhm.
mother was born in 1892. So my grandmother was born in 1892. And so like the timeline of, Obama being a great grandson is not possible by time because Hitler was in the World War in 1930s and shit. So, like the time what they're talking, if Hitler was existing in the 1800s, then it's possible. But because him still
Yeah, we could
existing
say
and
that.
having
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was missing. So the stuff we was reading, that's just something somebody put together and then threw up there. They put it up there on the Google. It's some bullshit. So, so it was and the father, he was just affiliated because he was affiliated with Germany and so on and so forth.
Through war, yep. For war, he was a mercenary. He was a killer.
War.
He was one that didn't give a fuck about killing his own people.
Bro
So
say
to
he
this day,
related to Winston Churchill as well.
I believe it. To this day, we got the American government. Our mercenaries are called Navy SEAL, and then the Black Squad or the Hit Squad, and those are inside of the military. They got private assassins that we call them, Navy SEALs and all that. They go and murk anything to get to who they got to get to capture. That's a mercenary.
All right. Okay, bro. So yeah.
The pale Valentine.
So Winston, he said Winston. I didn't hear about Winston Churchill. So he said Winston Churchill. Were you responding to that, or what did you just say? I heard you saying something, but I couldn't hear what you were saying.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, like it's a lot of
Oh, you said you
light melon. Yeah, it's a lot of melanated people that's related to the Bushes and Clintons and all of them, you know, due to the
because they're
intermission.
cousins, and I'm wondering how
The mother.
he said it out his own mouth.
Okay. You Churchill. I don't know how he's from Churchill,
Yeah.
but
No. I'm saying I wonder how he's related to the Bushes. How are the Bushes?
Oh,
So the obviously more than likely some kind. Listen, what I'm asking, bro. More than likely, from what it sounds like, right? Some kind of way, the Bushes are related to Hitler as well, right?
oh hell yeah. I mean, down to the fact that the motherfucking Rothschilds and all of them Rockefellers are related to Hitler. People don't know. See, because people don't investigate deep enough. They research and get to a level and don't go deeper. This shit. Listen, how this makes sense though. That's why their political family has been in control since 1930. Their family. So when you're thinking of the presidents, you're thinking of from 1930 all the way up to when Trump broke the motherfucking goddamn code. Reagan's and all of them are some kin to the Bushes.
And
Trump is the
mind you,
Let me finish real quick.
Mind you, this is when
sis, you there?
I'm letting you finish.
I know if your mic is breaking up or not. No, what I was saying as far as like how it ties into the Clintons, the Bushes, the Reagans, all the way through Kennedys and all of them, they're all family related to this banking system. So that's why when they think of the government having power, it's due to these people that's standing as a president, as a face to this fake ass corporation, and they run the money that's funding this corporation, and it's all family. So when Trump got in, he got in, and that wasn't a part of the plan. It fucked it all up. That's why they had to try to get him out ASAP, because they already knew he was going to stir some shit up.
Yeah. And this happened the 19th. Remember that paper article I showed y'all that the billionaires has bought the United States from the millionaires. There was an article we read. If you guys remember when it was talking about the big trucks, when it went into what the big trucks represented and all this other stuff for them, them thinking they can ride over, and what it represented, as well as them riding over and excavating the lands, like we talked about, them just plow down the lands and shit. All that ties into the same thing.
Yeah.
Also,
so
let me see. Hold on. I want to share again. I hope this thing. I'm trying to give it a second because it's doing that circling stupid thing up there. Let me see. Maybe
peace to the goddess. Suzanne Thompson, Empress Goddess. Peace. But no, what I was gonna say also, sis, is that what we can't fail to realize is when Trump got into office, when you mentioned that tribunal indictment, that sat on the table of the Supreme Court and all of this shit since fucking
let me mute up because it's kind of echoing. I think it's
Oh, okay. I was saying, as far as when you mentioned the tribunal, right? When Trump got in and pushed it, right? That plan for indictment being sitting on the Supreme Court in the United Nations lap since like the late 1900s coming into 2000. So when Trump got into office, he wanted to pursue it and pushed it through. So when he pushed it through, everybody started scattering. See, that whole the whole pandemic thing was a part of a plan of indictment. It had nothing to do with a virus and a outbreak of people catching some cold and all that shit. That's not what it started with. It started with the indictment, and then it went into from the indictment straight into the indictment covering the people involved in the human trafficking and stuff, right? And when you were mentioning how they kidnap our kids and stuff, you got to think of how many people use our kids' flesh on their body, which they call that sun visor, whatever that shit, sunscreen. That shit is made out of melanation. That's made out of human skin. That covers their skin to protect them to be in the sun long enough. But it also went from that, going into the adrenochrome. They tainted an adrenochrome package full of a whole bunch of stuff that they know once they test certain people that use that adrenochrome, it was gonna show up in their shit. That fucked up every country. That's why it was over hundreds of thousands of people in high political positions got indicted and got fucking killed. They arrested 41 sex traffickers last
Yes.
night. Crazy. That indictment's still going though. They grabbing niggas. Most people don't know who they seeing on TV ain't the real people.
If they over here, they know they ain't that stupid. We've been talking about this for months. Like they know this shit is a game. Maybe people, any of you new people that's in here, I mean, y'all really need to go back and see some of the other videos. The last 2 months, I've been doing a dissemination of all this BS, knocking down the lies, showing all the different implications. I mean, pretty much, I've been spending a lot of time on studying and researching things to make sure that it's like broken down. It's not like I'm just telling you something, oh, such and such and blah, blah, blah. I've been showing y'all proof. We've been reading books. We've been looking at maps. We have been looking at so much information. I know you guys remember synchronizing all these things. And one particular video, I'm gonna have to go back and find it so we can just play some of it because I don't remember which book it was. But one of the books, if you guys remember, it talked about everything being an act, everything being a play, blah, 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 da, 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 da. So we know for a fact that has been confirmed as well, even in the information of what they said. How they made the architecture to fit along with their story, how they made statues, how they painted murals. It literally talked about everything. Then the Bible, that bringing into, because that was a whole different spirit. When we listen to the video the girl was talking about, you heard her kept saying we were going to church, we were going this, we were going that. This is a lot of that stuff that they do because all of this has to do with that nis spirit, that counterfeit spirit, having to do with the perpetration on people's physicality, on your whole freaking body.
Well, when we born,
get up here to the
when we born, is like you got to think of birth, right? How they use the birth of today. The birth of today is where the birth of a new whole production company starts, a whole new corporation, a whole movie company starts. Soon as you come out the womb, out the vessel, out the canal, you entering an open broad with an audience. They seeing the boat for the first time, this new vessel into this planet, and that vessel being released has a platform to land on, which they call the little crate, whatever, that just in case, they have up under, where the baby come out, you know what I'm saying? That's the platform crate, But when you're born, and all of that is the first time you see the lights, camera, action, because it's the beginning stage of the movie. And that's why when the contract is signed, that's the pretty much from the parent, that's the authorization for them to go ahead and apply this company into action. So your name instantly goes from what your mother would make it into them putting it into an all capital corporation that makes you a moving production business. That's why the energy and currency is created the time that you start moving into this world of their documents. Go ahead, sis.
Yes. Let me see. Okay, so yes, sis, that's been going on, babe, for the last couple of weeks. I've noticed. What you're gonna probably, I suggest everybody, the little bell with the subscribe and this notification for all. But if you want to make sure you don't miss any of the notifications, you would go there, unsubscribe or unhit it, and then like resubscribe and then hit the notifications again. If that allows you to make sure you're getting the notifications. Everybody about that. It's just retarded how they keep doing that. Because people still see the videos later if they want to. I don't get what what the game, what that part of the game is, but you know, it's all part of something. Yeah, Trump, he was weeding out the swamp. He was getting their ass. Even a couple of years ago, they kept that down. That's why he was always talking about the fake news with everything. And they say how many people? I know it was over 1,000 people that they found in the underground tunnels over there in New York. I mentioned this to you guys a couple of weeks ago, and I'm gonna remind you. Trump is the one that initiated this. He had the generals go down there to the underground tunnel, one of the tunnels that they kept open, that they were doing some transport and stuff in, that our ancestors actually had for transporting goods and things back before they excavated, knocked them down, and buried most of them every freaking year. So what they did, he got that an exposure on that, and over like 1,000 some people. A lot of those people did pass away. You know, their first exposure to the air, sun, so on and so forth. They couldn't take it, their systems from being down there. So biologically, it was too much for them to handle. A lot of them survived, all due to Trump. And they are doing a lot of this. They keep the reason he says about the fake news, I believe, is because he is the owner of the podcast system. If you guys aren't aware of that, you know how they'll say like, oh, you know, the public broadcast system, it'll stop. Stop. If there's an emergency, it'll stop TV messages and all of that. If you haven't ever seen that, if you're young, you may have never seen that, but it will stop anything so that this emergency broadcast can go on, right? He is the owner of that. So at any point in time, right, while they're doing all this fake news and this and that, Trump has the authority or the power to shut down every news station and put up his message. Keep that in mind, y'all. That's some wild mess right there.
To this day.
Throw that out there. But yeah, he has a lot of power, royalty, and all of his lineage. He has so much authority, and he's been villainized. You know, we don't care too much for him, but he's been villainized because he has done a lot of good. I'm gonna say that. You got to give props where props is due. Period. Point blank. I don't care what nobody says.
Hey, you know why I give Trump props?
them demons, devils, and getting their ass out the way, locking them, doing all this and that, doing all this and that, those things, right? That is a lot. That helped a lot. That has everything put in place right now, what we're going through. All these companies being exposed, this and that. He knocked their ass out so they cannot keep taking advantage of us. The American dream, they had everybody thinking he's prejudiced and he's talking about this. He want to go back to all these times when we were enslaved. They made all this shit look like that. That man didn't do none of that. This shit is crazy. Everything is so much fooled by things because they want us to be.
The thing is, I can say honestly, sis, 99% of the people that don't like Trump has never met Trump. And the reason I say 99% of the people, because most people, if they met Trump, they'll see Trump in even a different person that they see on TV. Now, I actually personally met him and didn't have no conversation with him, but I was around a group at the time of him actually trying to purchase one of my brother's, clubs in Atlanta. And he came with two people, his business affiliate, which was like a lawyer dude, and then one bodyguard. And he came to a colored club, like, it was nothing but our people in that motherfucker, man. And as a matter of fact, it was called Atlanta Live. People, y'all get a chance, look it up. Now, he had to buy that in order for him to get that Trump situation, that hotel and shit in Atlanta. He had to buy him out of that club and buy the Bank of America behind that club in order to build on that whole square block. So if people that have never met him, when I was around him, not even having to talk to him, I'm a god. I feel energies on people. I didn't feel no racism. I didn't feel any of that in him due to the fact that he was there for over 2 hours sitting around having drinks, talking to my man, and then they at the bar, and his peoples, they relaxed. They not there like, his security standing up stiff with his arms crossed. And man, these motherfuckers sitting at the bar like they kicking it. In the party, and motherfuckers know about Atlanta Live and the clubs in Atlanta. Them motherfuckers be stuffed to where you barely can walk through them. So, hey, I don't think Biden would even walk in the front door of a club we be partying at. It's a big difference, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm speaking that at one time, and people hear it, they don't, whatever. But if you ever met him, you won't feel a
Wow.
racist. You won't feel a racist bone in his body. He's a not give a fuck motherfucker for real.
Bro, that's like, I ain't gonna even get into that discussion, White Kataka. Like you've been over here for so long, and this is what you asking right now. I'm gonna just leave that comment alone, bro. I'm gonna leave it there. Maybe for another time. I don't even have the time for it right now. I do see it, and I hear you, but yeah, I can't. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's deep. King of New York. That's one of my favorite gangster movies, dog. Frank White. What? I think Biggie Smalls called himself Frank White. That was the shit.
Who's Frank White? I heard you just saying something. I'm looking at the chat. I'm sorry. Who is Frank White now?
In a movie called Kings in New York, this was a movie so real back. It came out right before New Jack City. But the movie was so thorough and so close to reality of how the street hustling game goes and how niggas move and work. They didn't allow it to hit the movie screen, so you had to get private viewing to be able to see the movie. But then the movie ended up coming out on videotape, you know what I'm saying, a couple months later. But the movie was called Kings of New York. Had Denzel Washington, at Wesley Snipes. What Wesley Snipes, Lawrence Fishburne, Christopher Walken, all of them in it. You know what I'm saying? And the movie was dope. Even had some singers and
I don't think
Freddie
I saw it,
Jackson.
but I
All
do
them.
remember that movie.
Man, that movie's a classic. It's good from the beginning to end. But the thing is, the clarity of it ain't up to like today. But it's a fire movie.
Facts.
Without saying Frank White, because Frank White was the name. Frank
What do you
White
call
was
it? The
Christopher
previews.
Walken name.
Never saw it.
No, I was saying Frank White because Frank White was a Christopher Walken character. He was the only pale faced dude that ran the streets.
Empress Obama is not doing anybody's earpiece. Biden is don't even have an ear to put in the piece. All these people are actors. Hold on, bro. All these people are actors, sis. They are actors. Every time that you see one of these people, right? They're playing a role, baby. All this stuff that we're talking about, it shows like keys to certain things, like Obama with and this ties back to like the Egyptian. All this stuff is like roles because these things are things that make your mind wonder. This is all witchcraft, babe. We're talking about pretty much all of the things that have to do with sorcery, witchcraft, so on and so forth. So in the mind of that, Obama and Biden, they're not here, babe. Remember I showed you guys last week. I don't know if you're in the chat, sis, but check out one of those videos on what was it on? Damn, I can't even remember. I did a couple on anyway, last week, sis, one of the videos from last week, and I showed the information on Biden, and I showed you like the 4 different people that's playing a role in him. It's 4 different people, babe. It's not even a real person. He's gone. They had tribunals years ago, babe. I'm gonna find the old video I did on my old show. On my old show, I went over when they had the tribunals, and everybody. I'm gonna show. Actually, maybe I'm gonna show y'all the picture of the list.
Can I speak on it real quick?
We even showed the list. We did the video, sis. Video, babe. Yeah, when I finish, bro. I'm trying to finish my thought, bro. I can't remember what I'm saying. But now go ahead. Yeah, because I don't know. You got it.
Well, I was gonna say, George W. Bush Jr. got picked up and decided that he'll turn over information that led to Biden, Hillary Clinton, and Obama to getting indicted in 2019 or 20 of November. So they've been at the tribunal, what they call that military base way out there in the island, Guantanamo Bay. They've been at Guantanamo, and by now they didn't already got executed.
Looking. Yeah, so basically, yeah, so with that, when they did those tribunals and they got rid of everybody back then, just so that there wasn't such a big uproar in the public, right? They have all these people to play the role, so we don't know what's going on. The ones that aren't aware of the real truth and are still kind of in the dark with some of this information, then these particular people are being fooled, basically, like still being able to think that this is going on. They're trying to play their role. They're trying to get, like, a lot of these people have have that haven't been through the trials yet, but they've been implicated or had names. If you see recently, they've been saying, oh, there's a this person, that person, I think their name. A few of these little political people been seen or whatever. They're acting like it's a few people here, a few people there, because they're trying to get rid of some of the people that are actually gone. Because these people are literally playing the roles to make you believe that this shit is really still going on, and none of it is going on. Like, we're literally playing the game right now.
What is a Christian?
One running the White House.
No, my man asked
There's
you,
no
was you a
one
Christian?
running the White House. Period. Oh, who did?
No, my man
Who
asked
asked me
you,
about
was you a
Christian?
Christian?
Lord, I just and Willie wasn't Willie. Who was it? I think White Falcon asked me, "Do you believe in Jesus?" Lord, I don't know what's going on.
If a J didn't exist when a man
stuff y'all
existed,
shouldn't even
how
be
could he
asking
be a
me.
Jesus?
Seriously, like,
Yeah,
or do you take it what I'm saying as a joke? Up here talking or saying what I want to just say just to be saying some shit. Like, I don't understand why. Like, are y'all playing with me when y'all ask certain questions? I just want to understand.
throw the energy off. Motherfuckers just want to throw the energy off. It's a habit to them. Let me fuck up the energy real quick. They channeling good. Wonder Twins, activate.
Like, Lord, get my whole mind on something else. Like, no. We talking about witches. We talking about all this different stuff, exposing these people. We were showing you how that the church. Let me show y'all something. I think hopefully I can share now. I'm trying to get through these messages real quick, guys. Then we important here. I want you guys to actually see classical film. Trump grandfather provided lodging for people coming through Washington state that were heading toward the gold rush. His people have always been in real estate. Trump is married into the Hines family too.
Yep. Don't read that. Hey, you know what?
He sent us, and we're sacrificing on a daily. That's like, go ahead.
Hey,
I'm finna go ahead, bro. Speak on it. I'm finna share this. Go ahead.
Witty Falcon, when you get a chance, since you like to pick up the old book, go to the Old Testament, because I don't mess with the Bible, which is the New Testament. Go to the Old Testament and read Psalms 82, my brother, and hopefully that can recollect and get you to register who God is, bro. We are gods over here, bro. There is no God outside of us, not before or after. So you got to understand and comprehend what you're reading when you're dealing with that book. It's a book of law and structure and real ancient, true story. It's not no joke. So when you're dealing with that and speaking on that, don't bring no Jesus talk around here, bro, because the J didn't exist when a man existed. So if a man existed and the J didn't even exist, how in the fuck is name going to be a goddamn Jesus? That's just be dumb when people mention that shit. So read Psalms 82.
I can't be anti-Christ. I have to be anti-myself. I can't be anti-myself, brother. I can't be anti-myself. What do you mean am I anti-Christ? Do you know that a Christian is a cretin? A cretin is an imbecile. It's a retarded person that came from the cave because they were the colonization, brother. These cave people were the cretins. The Cretans, they have changed your thinking to make you believe or feel that as being a Christian. I want to be a Christian. I want to be a Christian. If you're a Christian, brother, you are a Cretan. You are an imbecile. You are a retard. You come from the mountains and the hills, and you do not have the capability to stand as a person and a human being. You have no rights. You're saying that you need someone to represent you. You are dead in the eyesight of the law, sir, because of being a Christian. Did you know that?
And the Christos is a Christ secretion. It's not no Christ, nothing in you but an oil that goes up and down your kundalini on your spine. So when you mention the word Christ, leave Christos out of it. It's Christ. The Christ secretion is an oil that your body activates in your spine that goes to your pineal gland. So stop holding on to this pale-faced information of knowledge, and it's not correct.
Myself. No.
He said we sound like gatekeepers. I just asked you to go and read Psalms 82, my guy, and you so ignorant that you would still keep responding instead of reading Psalms 82 and learning something today, my brother. Stop being ignorant your damn self or I really spaz off, because I'm the wolf guide. I don't play around. I don't give a fuck. Okay? That's right, Michael Power.
Baby, listen, I'm finna ignore you. You do it too much. You're like, I thought you was a little woke. I've seen you in the chat like forever. Like, I mean, like, what's going on? Why are you even here? Why?
Right, like you here for no reason, my dude. And I'm gonna tell you, you know, since they want to keep messing with the energy, she finna pop back up. But let me explain to you. You go and read Psalms 82 and stop responding, then you'll shut the fuck up about what you're trying to sound like you have some information on, bro. Because you're talking about a book called a Bible, and that's like a second book in a whole book. It's two books in one book that you think is called a Bible, but that's one book, my brother. It starts at Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, your cousins, my dude. Those are not my people. They're not ready. So stop trying to speak even in the back chat like you have some information to share and you're coming over here with Christian bullshit, bro.
And no, God didn't knock it out because I was talking junk, bro. Didn't knock me out because I was talking junk. It actually knocked me out because I'm trying to share the screen. So just so you know, don't get excited and think you know.
Yeah, God did that. No. God set you up. No, he didn't. The God didn't do it.
I'm reading your mind right now. Trust and believe it. That ain't it, boo-boo.
Right, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
People funny. I swear he's sitting there thinking, see what God do? Blah, blah, blah. I can feel it all in him. Lord, no, baby, that's not what happened. That's not it. It was a screen share method, you know. We good. We coming right back. That was so funny. I swear it was like burning in me. He just yes, he over there. Shit. Nah, wasn't that?
Y'all don't believe in nothing. What is believing? Believing is a false pretense, my brother. Misdirecting you from outside of yourself. So you need to look up the word believing, you idiot. Stop trying to be intelligent and try to blast people in the back. You're right now. You're bleacher coaching, bro. Bring your ass up here. The thing is in the back. If you got something to say, come up here and speak.
It has to do with a lie. It has to do with not a fact.
This nigga talking about he told Marco Power.
Come on, baby, get it up there. Get it up there. I'm gonna read y'all something real quick.
Hey, says he told Marco Power to do a ritual. Oh man, this dude a clown, man. I said he told Marco Power to do a motherfucking ritual. He told him to do a ritual. Oh man. Oh man. Oh damn. They keep kicking her every time she try to show something. Oh yeah, no. He says he got the 1-2 jab and then he got the third uppercut. You know, he got the power pack too. You know what I'm saying? He got the power jab too.
This be getting so funny at times, you know. Yeah, you feel me? So Let's trade. Let's hope the
Shit.
third
Okay,
time.
Wonder Twin. Wonder
Let's
Twin,
see.
form it to a serious person. I'll try.
He said it ain't that easy. Let's see. Okay. We gotta have our fun, bro. Shit. Like, come on now. Gotta have our fun. What would life be without the fun?
Man, laughing is good for the body. It's good vibration and a recharge to your energy. It lifts your soul up and make your spirit speak clearly.
There you go. What I say? The third time's the charm, huh?
Mm-hmm. Ralph Smart voice. Yes.
We're gonna read the group.
See, since you like to hear white people talk, I'm gonna start talking to my wife. From now on, since I'm gonna talk in my white voice for dude in the back, since he like to learn from white people and shit.
That's the graphical abstract.
And then here, okay, so I don't want to read this whole thing. What was I? It was something particular I want to read to y'all. Now they're knocking out. I gotta find where I was at again. Hold on. Somebody said something about the Neolithic. I think in the. Oh, I hope I didn't close it. This might not even be the PDF I was trying to show. Actually, hold on a minute. Damn it! I closed the wrong one. This is annoying. No, this may be a discovery of most ancient use of plagues in human. Okay, so this might be it. Hold on, maybe I just can't find the part. Hold on. Bro, you got your mic,
Yes, my microphone is turned on.
Can you read for us, bro, or let me kind of largen it up a little bit there.
Okay, let me get my magnifying glasses real quick. I gotta put on my spectacles.
What I was trying to say. Thank you. Let's get it together. Be in there now.
Found it. Okay, so let's see.
Yay!
If I can see. Okay, so between 5,000 and 6,000 years ago, many Neolithic societies declined throughout Western Eurasia due to the combination of factors that are all still largely debated. Here we report the discovery and genome reconstruction of Yersinia pestis, the ethological agent of plague. In Neolithic farmers in Sweden, predating a hazel to all modern and ancient known stains of this pathogen. We investigated the history of this strain by combining psychological and molecular clock analysis of the bacterial genome, detailed archaeological information of the genomic analysis for infected individuals in hundreds of ancient.
Keep reading, bro. I'm about to show y'all something gonna blow y'all mind. Real niggas died 1865. All I'm gonna say.
What's up, bro?
I'm already read all that.
Something else? Oh, Alpha, bro. He say with something. Hold on, bro. What he said now? I'm missing something. I think he cutting out. Let me see. I'm sharing for a minute. Maybe when he shared, it'll be easier too. Lord, this is annoying. I want to read this article, man.
Peace to the gods. I'm gonna show y'all something that's gonna blow y'all mind. I said real niggas died 1865. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hold on, bro. I'm trying to put you on the screen. It's acting stupid. Hold on a second, bro. It's not letting me do it so yet. It's not moving the comment. Lord, come on now.
Cause they know what I'm
We
about to
getting
show
there,
you.
bro. Wait a minute.
Dun, 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 dun.
What's
And when
going
the
on?
white people first arrived to America.
That's crazy. It look beautiful from here so far. Come on. Look, this is annoying. Stop
Look,
playing with
at the
me.
arising point of the white people
Now the comment
arriving
ain't
in
even
America.
showing.
That's
I'll be
crazy.
back. Back. It's not hell out. I see the shit coming. Please don't knock me. Okay. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Let's see.
Oh, it's showing already, sis.
Now I don't know if y'all heard me. I said I'm gonna show y'all something gonna blow y'all mind. Real niggas died 1865.
It's showing. Me see. Damn it.
We can hear you, Chi.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Remember Trey Ali said real niggas died 1865, right?
Yep.
And we know that they took over our mounds and our forts, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna show y'all something. Watch this. I've been wanting to show y'all this for months. I've been holding this in the archives. This where I served my time at.
Oh yeah, that's the base, right? That's a military base right there, a storage unit.
This where I got kicked out of with a mother when I woke up to the game.
Oh, so you're a part of the transportation company?
Don't ask, don't tell.
Okay, but you know, hey, look, you know, I know a lot about it by just saying that because I was married to a motherfucking general. I
Yeah, just
divorced
know
her ass.
she they put that boy in that gas chamber, boy.
That motherfucker. Did you have to do what they call that? The ice
Nah,
dive or whatever.
we ain't do no ice, but y'all my family, so we share each other's life path. But I served in a special, how can I say it? And that's one thing Obama did try to
Special
bring
unit.
back.
Just say special unit.
Yeah, special unit, but it was a child trained unit, if you know what I mean. And if y'all paid attention to Obama inauguration, did you see the child military children walking?
Yep.
I was a part of that same type of program. But I'm gonna show y'all something. Real niggas died 1865. And I'm at Fort Nathan Hale. Look up Nathan Hale. He ain't play that shit.
You said Nathan, bro?
Yes. And that's why
Hold
I
on,
went
bro.
to school.
What you said, bro? Nathan Hill?
Nathan Hale.
HALE.
Okay.
Yes. And I went to that school. I went to the School of Science. My high school was a political, like I said, it was called Whooper Cross Governor. So it was like, you see how your path be designed sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show y'all something.
Yes. You don't even know. That's what I say. You're gonna go into that flow of frequency you're supposed to be.
Yes.
Say it, bro.
I ain't worrying about them niggas. They've been tracking me since the 90s. Ain't nothing they could do. But this, you got to get out in nature, y'all. Nature will tell y'all the stories. Melchizedek forever. They can't
Melchizedek forever.
Yes, sir. They y'all gotta get in nature, man. Be right in our face. And when I heard Trey, when I heard Trey's song, see, you got to collect shit that call on you. Feel me? I get my staffs and all that. I got my staff with my stone. Start designing y'all shit. Like, come on, y'all. It's time to tap in. But yeah, back to Trey. I never heard his music till I started, I came into the family. And it was just confirmation. Because I thought I was alone out here. My life was like the book of Job since 2016. I lost my wife, my kids. I was in a bad accident, all types of shit. And I've been fighting these niggas for a minute. I know about the mob rule. And they got my daughter, and I gotta save my baby girl. And that's what I'm doing it for.
Right.
But yeah, I'm gonna show y'all something. Shit crazy. And it's funny they call it Black Rock over here. But y'all ain't see nothing yet.
Look at that sky.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Yes.
Look at that sky.
I've been out here since 5 o'clock this morning.
You see the sun heart beating? Look, it's heart beating.
Look at it. Hold it there for a second, bro. Look at it. Hold it for a second, bro. Put it back on that sun for a minute. Oh my gosh, look at it. Look at it.
Look
Y'all
at the
see it,
beat.
right?
Facts. You can see it, right?
Y'all see it, right?
Now let's
Yep.
tell them
Look
about
at it.
Kalai, sis.
That's the real
Tell them
sun
about
right
Kalai. Tell them about Kalai, sis.
Oh my.
Remember I told you it's like 20 degrees right now,
What do
but
you
that
mean?
shit ain't nothing. Cause we in tune, you feel me? I'm warm out here.
Oh, you talking about the energy, the solar flare, everything that's coming through. That thing will literally
Yeah, the
like
flare, that's what I'm saying. It got a heartbeat.
if it wasn't cold,
Oh, yo.
real quick, bro.
I took y'all about it off this
Cold out
channel,
there
but I
right
seen,
now.
yeah, it ain't even
If
cold.
he took,
These
bro,
niggas
if you
out here
took those
bundled
shoes
up.
off, I know it's freezing, but man, if you could ground right now, bro, even for 2 or 3 minutes, I know that shit freezing, but if you could stand on them rocks with that sun right there for about 5 minutes, even, oh my gosh, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness.
Nah, you good? We building. It's good vibes. That's why the weather
I'm
changing.
jealous,
So we
bro. I
waking
want to
up.
be there.
Oh no, we're gonna start doing these tours. We have
Black
to, man. Oh, I'll
What
go
did
back.
it say, bro? Read what it said.
Go ahead, I was trying to hear
I'm
it.
Oh
sorry.
my bad, y'all. Let me use my intellectual voice. Black Rock
Yeah, use
Fort.
your intellectual voice.
Here on July 5th, 1779, 18 men under the Lieutenant Daniel Bishop stood in the defense of New Haven against a British fleet commanded by Commander Sir George Collar and the land forces commanded by Major General William Tryon or Tyron. When ammunition ran out, what? Hold on. Y'all ready for this? When ammunition ran out,
let's
the
go.
Patriots, the Patriots spiked their guns and oh my God, this shit is crazy. But hold on, they
That
kept
was
one of the original cannons over here. Remember, we control the fort. I travel. I don't play. I be on Rhode Island. I can't hardly read this one and figure it out. The memorial.
Right.
I can't even read it. It's messed up. But this is 1779, July 5th, under the General Tryon of New York. That's crazy. Sound like a melanated name to me. But wait, I ain't see shit yet.
His name was Tryon. Tryon.
Yes, bro. That don't sound like no foreign name to me. You about to see a whole bunch of Hebrew melanated names.
Not at all,
huh?
He gonna hear some shit, dude.
Oh yeah, this was in the making. This was in the making. I want
Peace to the God, nonetheless. Peace to the God.
Salute, nonetheless. That beautiful sun, y'all. Get out there, man. I don't know what side of the map you on, but get it.
Look at it. We want to just walk into it.
It's beating on us.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, yo, when y'all said it, I could feel the humidity bouncing off my hands crazy right now. If y'all would have seen what I seen 5 o'clock this morning.
Oh my gosh, bro. That's
Jules.
I can imagine. I'm seeing that. I can imagine you seeing it coming up. Oh my
Now, this is what I want to show y'all. This the shit they was perching when they got over here. We got so much beautiful creatures in every location where we at, and we's in tune with them. Look, if we take over these freaking ports again or whatever established, look, we could get our own stuff, live off the land, man. Lobster, starfish, all types of fish. But I'm gonna show y'all something. Hold up, got some crabs over here. But hold up, yeah. Real niggas died 1865, right? Hold up. Remember you talking about them star
Starport.
Yo, when y'all said that shit, right?
Yes.
When y'all said that shit, right? This is what I thought about. I said, that's crazy. You said that. What the fuck is this?
Shit.
Oh my gosh. Look at
it. Come on, y'all. And the sun's shining right here, baby.
Oh, look, it's another one. Look, go to the other one.
I trust my angle.
Oh my gosh. Look at this.
Hey, do you know what those
Look at the sun beaming on it. Oh my gosh.
Right across both of them.
Spot, bro.
Yes, bro. Divine.
Diagonally across both of them. You know what those are?
Y'all ain't see nothing yet. Hold up.
Hey, let me say something about that real quick. Those right there, they said
break it like, down, bro.
You can set like a big old crystal in the middle of that aligned.
Chill, bro. Oh my God.
And then energy portals open.
Chill, bro. Military. That's why the military get these certain
Where
locations.
you exactly at, bro?
Ooh,
Real niggas died
Starfort.
1865,
Oh my
man.
God.
Starfort.
I'm at the mounds. I'm at the forts. The ancestors been calling me over
Fire,
here for a
bro.
minute. Hold up, you ain't see shit. Hold up, you ain't see shit yet. Look at these mounds though. Look at these mounds. I wonder how much. I wonder how much shit underneath here.
Talk about it.
Man, if you had a gold detector with you, a metal detector, you'd be finding a lot of shit.
See,
Man.
this way before 1865 though. Feel me?
1657 unnamed fort, 1775 Black Rock Fort, 1807 Fort Nathan Hale, 1836 Fort Nathan Hale the second.
1863, 2 years before 65. Look at this shit, y'all.
Right.
They stole it.
And I was here the
Where
whole
are you
time
at,
in this
bro?
military program. Oh man, when I was younger, I didn't know
Which state, man?
I'm sorry, bro. Where you at, bro? Where exactly are you at?
Y'all should know by now. I'm in Connecticut.
Ooh.
Shadow government.
And it said on that thing.
You know what Connecticut is broken down to? Connect a cut.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Connect
Nutty
a
ass.
cut. Yeah. It's a
The
shortcut into the inner land.
Fact. The neck of the fucking map. The neck. You feel me?
Yep. Connect the cut.
Oh my goodness. Look at this.
Damn. Ah.
Whoa.
I had to do the motherfucking indigenous yell, yo.
Yeah. Higher, feel me? Higher source, baby. A higher source, baby.
Y'all gonna have me go grab my freaking bow and arrows around there.
Man.
I told y'all chase the fake $5 Indians out of Rhode Island. I'm chilling, smoking my bud. I'm hearing drums and shit. I pop my trunks. I keep my djembe. I grab my staff and my djembe right over there.
That's a fucking Starfort, bro. If you had a drone, you would be able to see it from the top, bro.
I'm gonna get a drone just for like so we could do these builds and cause we gotta educate the youth them,
Oh yeah, that need to be a trip, bro. That need to be a trip. And look at the city right there, just like behind everything.
Yeah, but I'm gonna show y'all something, cause this in the cut. I'm on the coastal line. Hold on.
That shit's fucked dope. This is a fire build this morning, guys.
Yes, some fabric.
Y'all know we gonna bring it.
But wait till I go to Rhode Island and show y'all Fort Roger Williams Park. Ooh, remember, we gotta start doing our researches on the Lions International too, cause they got all the land, and I'm pretty sure you seen one of these symbols in your state or city.
You said Lions International, bro?
Correct. Good as long as now. I'm gonna go climb on top of that shit for y'all too.
Dang, bro,
man, that's the mile right there.
Yep.
Mile. Hey, you know what though? I'm gonna tell you something deeper. Those are entrances into an underground situation.
Kawhi, that's why they put the locks on them gates, bro.
Everything
look up Egerton.
In Connecticut, for it goes if everything's going out from that area, they're able to connect to every city. You know how I was saying how they buried our people up under a lot of these places? They were going through different tunnels when they was blowing up a whole bunch of this shit. They were underground.
That's why you still be hearing little earthquakes now. It ain't what they tell y'all. It'll probably be war underneath us. All types of shit.
They digging.
War's underneath.
But yeah, I ain't gonna overhaul it up. I just want to bless y'all with that. Bless y'all with that one. Yes. Look at this long ass like a snake. Feel me? And I'll be fucking with the Farmington Trail. That take you all the way up to Canada from here. Like trade routes. All types. You gotta learn your history.
What if we went through? We was able to go through one of them tunnels and we went through that and started traveling.
Imagination is why, if you could believe it.
And you know what else? Most of the big golf courses of today, the country clubs, those are built on top of ancient Indian locations.
And bodies, ancient bodies too.
Yeah.
Definitely. Look at this. Another one.
But yeah, that's about it.
Wow, that's deep.
But that Star Fort doing that shit blew my mind. Cause I was saying that you confirmed it about putting the crystals and certain stones right there. What?
Star Fort.
And where I'm at, the Corner Piac tribe was whooping the ass. My mom had bought a house on the water back in 1999, and we found all the ancient maps and relics. But due to our, shady side of the family,
let me ask you. Go back to one of those things again just before you leave.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. Hold on. So what happened? You said that they took some of the family took the maps. So y'all don't have access to them no more, bro.
But knowing where I'm at where I work at, or y'all know where I'm at, I could probably go to the archives at Beinecke Library or something. Start tapping in. Okay. That's why I'm gonna start using my resources and trade shit with y'all. You feel me? When I'm in the beautiful positions, I'll be rubbing shoulders with these movers and shakers.
Hey, hold on. Stand and point at it from the top. Step back. Step back real quick. Like take one step back. Now show the edges of it on the outside. They should be rounded off like a flower petal. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You're rounded off like a flower petal. Okay, so now y'all see that this is actually a center flower of a life in nature, right? Putting that crystal in the middle of that, just like y'all women's diamond rings y'all love, that's the cage that'll hold that stone in place.
Yes, brother. Just like the young man on her channel last night was breaking it down. I was like, yes, that eight-pointed star, man.
And that's the 8-point flower right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So below.
Yep, and they got them round circles like to show you that it is a flower, a petal. You see how the edges of it on the outside are rounded. Yep. That's dope, bro.
Yeah, back to this location I'm at. This land is sacred, y'all. Look, y'all know about them Corner Piac tribes and the house where my mom had on the river. I experienced that a vortex and a glitch and a lot of things over there that woke me up spiritually, and that was 1999.
Fire.
Well, yeah, I love y'all, man.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna go back in the chat.
Bro, man, you never out here by yourself, my nigga, either, man.
I said the ancestors led me to y'all. I told you I was going through it. Y'all more my family than the blood, and I realized it ain't about blood, it's about your spirit tribe. Y'all more my family than the blood. That's why I got no problem going back.
Right.
Not to like school, but going back to get a little certificate, like event planning. And contribute to our shit. Like, hey, let's start doing these tours. Let's start having powwows and parties and performances at these locations we activate.
Yep. That's right. That's it, bro.
That's real talk, man.
That's beautiful.
Every morning, cold or not, I'll come out here, put my hand in the water and rub the top of my head to like calibrate type shit.
That's dope, beautiful, man. Bro. Hey, I put my number in the back too, Chi Alpha,
we
man.
For you, we gotta get there. We gotta get to this spot. I really want to do that, bro. Make sure you hit me up so we can try to set something up. Even if it's a couple months from now, we gotta set something up for this. This spot right here. Yep. I want to go there. I want to come to this spot. I like really feel like I need to be
beaming right now, y'all.
I gotta go there.
I feel like it's summertime, and maybe the vibes is real.
Hey, you know what? Power you up right
temperature
now,
in Connecticut. What you say, bro?
Would it power you up right now? If you you put your feet together, still straight up, put your face into the sun, and open your palms and put your arms out and say higher 4 times. You'll start feeling the sun hit your palms and your face with full energy.
I believe it. Cause soon as y'all brought brought it up, I felt
the energy.
Yes, bro. That's what I'm saying. I feel like walking back, knowing the good service I just did for y'all. It's like it's like 30 degrees right now, but it felt like 80. I swear, and I'm not even layered up like that. But yeah, I want to show y'all that, man. Plenty of more stuff.
That was man. I'm full. I'm like, man, I'm full.
I could show y'all all our ancient symbols all around the damn university. They got the Sumerian text, the Olmec text, like all in carved in the wall. And that's how to learn about this game, y'all. Yeah, look,
over
wherever
there?
city you in, huh?
Mm-hmm. You say, I'm sorry, bro. You saying in that area, or you talking about another area you was at?
What part?
You said the place that you found, bro. You said something you just mentioned. I'm sorry, I heard you saying something, but you were saying you said I seen something. I heard you, but I can't repeat what you just said. You just said is it in that area too? You said
it'll come back to me most likely. Say it again. The last part you just said.
No, you said something about something was written in stone all over something.
Oh,
I heard that part, and then you said all over something.
About all the major civilizations is right in our face. And I'm gonna show y'all those symbols and stuff, especially over this cemetery that was owned by a melanated man by Egerton. Could Google him, Egerton Park, Connecticut, New Haven. But they had the whole the sun with the beetle and shit. I said, oh my God. Shit right
and
here.
You know that beetle is American, right?
Yes, sir.
The scarab. Yep, the scarab. Look, man, you look up the scarab. You look up the Michigan scarab. That motherfucker got a rhino horn. They got a Michigan scarab with a rhino horn on it, bro. And they got the rainbow. It's the rainbow scarab with the rhino horn. It's crazy looking.
And we gotta learn the characteristics of that. You feel me? Of the beetle and shit is crazy. Like different things and symbolism. While these foreigners say, "Oh, they worshiping false gods," nah, it was symbolism. It wasn't for you. It wasn't for you.
And do you know like how to
you didn't know what it meant. You didn't know what it meant.
Look at those mountains.
You're not able to understand or get what the message was. Just like we always had different hidden meanings of stuff, different meanings, different little sayings, like the clicks and the way that we spoke. These people didn't know what we were saying, but we knew what we were saying to each other. Just by
and it's funny because they got us wearing masks. And if you seen them little ancient, not them ancient, but them old pictures, they say it was a slave, was a prisoner of war of a chick with the mask because it was covering up her mouth because she was spitting that fire at their ass. Not literally fire, but that tongue do.
Yeah, they didn't want her to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was going to say also, the scarab is worshipped by the Egyptians because the beetle itself is a warrior. That motherfucker is an armored tank. It kills killer bees. It kills praying mantis. It kills fucking lotus. So when they used to have droughts and shit like that due to the lotus impact, motherfuckers are going to round up a whole bunch of scarabs and let the scarabs loose. Them bitches going to start eating the lotus.
And what blew my mind has it how it roll up its dung. So I'm like, yo, if the beetle could go through the bullshit and make something perfect out of it, who the fuck am I?
Yep. The beetles are warriors on the low. That's why I don't never kill them black beetles or
and we said that, bro. When I started building up my chakras, another relative of the beetle was in my crib. It was like a bunch of ladybugs for like 3 days straight on top of my ceiling.
Good luck. That's good luck.
I just bought a scar medallion from a traveling merchant. That shit was crazy, bro. That's how I knew I was in tune.
Yep, that's good luck. Anytime you guys get ladybugs on your car and all that stuff, that's bringing good luck, energy, and charm.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I know what's crazy. My baby, the one that had the surgeries, she keep waking up with ladybugs inside. I'm like, how are they getting inside her window? They literally keep coming in her window.
Yo, facts.
That's good luck. Yep. They're healing. They're helping heal her.
Yep. They
and you don't know if it was you, bro. Go ahead, love.
You go ahead, baby. I'm just remarking on that.
I don't know if it was Sir Drop, but somebody in the panel one day was like a spider bite helped them against this shit, and I'm like, they ain't lying, cause that shit happened to me. I got bit by a spider a few months ago and stuff.
The spider bite. Yeah, his face. Yep, his face, bro.
Wherever venom or poison they got going.
Man, I could just look at this all day. Oh my gosh, I just love it.
Yeah, y'all. But I ain't gonna overwhelm y'all. I'm gonna go back in the chat, and I wish I could get closer to those cliffs. I'll go over there another day.
Yeah, man, we're gonna have to do a part 2 on this one and shit.
Start doing excavations and yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Everybody find the star forts in your city and go to them motherfuckers.
Facts, y'all. Look up the forts. Look up the go to the state parks. Go to the state forests. Telling you to tap in, because even like during the pandemic, I had jumped into this lake, and then when y'all started breaking down this stuff about lakes and shit, I'm wondering why it's castles and ruins in these woods. It's like shit is crazy, but we tapping in. One love, peace and wellness to y'all.
Peace and love, bro. Hey, before you leave, though,
appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Definitely. Yes, there you go. Look at that. I just could just hold that. Like, I feel like I could just wrap my arms around it.
I want to say this while you on here too. Everybody, look up your name, your last name, or your ancestor's last name. Put the word fort in front of it. Look up fort in your ancestor's last name. You find fort in your ancestor's last name, more than likely you are tied to that land, and that can be indigenous land. You go and start pursuing. It's real like that. So you look up your last name, put the word FT dot sometimes, or FORT dot, then your last name. And if you find a fort with your last name connected to it, it might be connected to your ancestors, and that's y'all land.
High science. Thank you, bro.
A centipede. I seen a centipede too, bro. It sure is, bro. That's why I'm like, man, you just don't even know what you did for me this morning. Look at that. Look at that.
It started blinking again. Yeah, there it go. There it go.
Yeah.
It stopped for a second. Yep. Look, there it goes. It stopped for a second.
Yeah, there it go.
Feel me? You see the dark sun, the dark star. You'll see the other side.
Yep.
When I started sun gazing, I started to see the dark star. I was like, okay, that and that little dark dot.
There
you go. Close your eyes and meditate and watch it drip.
I speak to the sun a lot. You hear me, sis? I be speaking to the sun a lot. I call him Sun. Hell yeah. What up, Sun?
Yeah.
Say hi to him and shit.
The same way you speak to your body and your cells. Same way you speak to the cells in your body, you can speak to the cellular side. Ask for energy, rejuvenation, cleansing, all these things.
Peace to the panel, peace to the chat.
Whoa. Bro, take me a couple of pictures of that, bro, of that sun, bro.
Got you, sir.
Yeah.
You hear me, child?
Yes.
Yep, please don't forget.
Yeah,
man, I ain't beat him today. I want to show y'all my homie one leg. Like, he be waiting for me. Where he at? Where one leg? Oh, we go back. My bad.
Man, that thing.
High vibes. A lot going on. And the more we build, the more we change this weather.
It's feeling the energy.
Yep. As soon as you start talking about it.
Bro, come on now.
Sun, what up? There you go. Look, Sun,
meditate.
Sun, blink.
We need the meditations, y'all. I wish y'all would have did that 999 with me. That 999 was
you can see the wings sometimes behind the sun. Like it'll scoop.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it looked like some wings.
Yes, bro. God, you have the eyes to see, man.
They sideways, like he laying sideways.
Yeah, that shit is booming.
Yes.
There you go. Hey, what up? It turned brighter when it started blinking too. And see, that's because of all of our eyes, even into the back chat, is paying attention.
Facts, bro. Giving it more power.
Yep. It got like a slow pulse, then it got the fast pulse. That's dope.
Yo, when y'all start tuning in, man, you could make the clouds glitch, all types of shit, bro. I ain't gonna get into that right now.
Say it, bro.
They know who the real Marvels are.
Coming down to me. Y'all seen it.
You can make the ground crumble and shake under your feet when you're in tune.
Many suns in the sky. Yes, bro. There's like 6 suns. Peace, bro. Oh, yes. That was a perfect shot going out. Dang. Oh, it's got me on solo. Dang, I don't even want to. We at 2 hours and 30 minutes. I can't even get into that read. I'm gonna have to do that another day. This read is deep, y'all. Man, I definitely gotta say this another day. Go ahead, bro. What you gonna say?
I was finna say, man, shit. This was a big breakfast, real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need a cigarette because I'm full. Hell yeah, I'm full as hell. That was some good soul food for the morning. Shout out to the God, T Alpha, man. That was some fire shit. And he should have got. Hope you got my number out the back chat and shit. We need the link.
Say that, bro. What you say? I hear you.
No, I was saying I hope T Alpha got my number out the back. But you know, we need the link, man. We definitely, sis, we got a link with him over there. Take a whole crew of us, you know what I'm saying? Just over there with cameras and everything. Get as much as you can.
Yes, that was like everything. I swear, I'm like, dang, we had 20. I could read a little bit. It ain't quite 3 hours. That ain't too long. I wanted to read a little of this since we was talking about the no, I'm gonna do a witch part 3. Yeah, this 2.5 hours is pretty good. I'm gonna leave it at that, y'all. We don't want to go too much because that bro just built us up. I'm gonna leave it at that. I can't get no better than that. That was the natural of everything. So.
T Alpha pretty much closed this whole build out. You can't do no more building after that. You know, that'll taint the whole video. You know what I'm saying? You know, so shout out to the guys who got it.
Can't wait to the next one.
Man. Telling you, man. So, you know.
Wow. Sis said she looked it right up and found it. Crow Creek. Sioux Indian Reservation. Are you saying that's your reservation, 6, or that's the one? Is that in regards to me? Wow.
Till the next time, you guys.
Man, that shit was fire.
Yes. It's real. It's real. Sis say, what's the son's real name? Ra. R-A Ra.
Ra.
No, let me stop. You brought the heat. Salute. Facts. I'm gonna leave that on there going now on the screen. That was facts. All right, guys, y'all know we out of here. I don't want to keep it too long, because especially with that good fire at the end, we want to make sure people get a chance to see that. This was a fire build. Thanks to my bro coming through and ending it and making it very special for me, unexpected. So I appreciate that. And brother, we'll definitely be doing this again. I can't wait. Bro say he's gonna be back with the next one. The power of Rod. Did y'all see that? Real quick, touching on that, man. When I say I was really jealous, like I wanted to like be there. Like, damn, can I come through this phone, step over there with you, bro? Hold my hand, shit, pull me damn through and shit. Like I really like needed some of that. It was like beautiful and everything. Y'all know how I feel about my son, man. So yeah, that was awesome. It was definitely a fire build. The bro brought it through. So we got to leave it out with that. So I'm out, y'all. Peace, love, blessings until later. I'm gonna try to come back through around, I think it's 6 o'clock. I got one playing, guys. I may switch it up to continue this from the information we were getting ready to get into, because it's really deep. And I had some other documents, another PDF I wanted to get into in relations. Y'all know I want to connect some stuff. So that may take a different, we're going to have to finish that up. I might have to change the bill for later till tomorrow, and we'll do a part 3 of this witches thing later so that we can get into the rest of that information. That's probably what's going to happen. I feel a little more better. we're doing that. So guys, thank you guys for coming through. Y'all already know my chat is everything, nothing but y'all comments. Y'all coming through and blessing me with y'all energy, the power and the strength of us being together, us being on the same frequency. It's always smooth, it's always fire, it's always good. And I appreciate y'all so much. All right. Peace, love, blessings. Thank you so much again, Chi Alpha. And bro, we'll be back at you with another one. Peace, and we out.